Hello, 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 everybody. How's it going? It is I, Blaze of Blazing Flame Studio, and today I have set aside time so that everybody can join in on a little fun in the theoretical, sun. We're all gamers here. There's no sun. How's it going, Dellison? Welcome to the stream. Doomish, how's it going? One second, everybody, as I pull up the TikTok chat for those joining us there. There we go. I'll give people some time to filter in, and then we'll go ahead and get started. As the announcement mentioned, we have a series of giveaways to go on. Then we'll be going back from games. Let me pull up, I should have the image here that I can pull up on the stream. Let's see here. Add image, add source, new source instead, add source. Browse. Here we go. Let me scale that down a bit. All right, yes. So, starting today off, let me scale this down for TikTok as well because they have even less of the screen to work with. All right. So, starting today off, and we have to get through all of these in order to complete the checklist and get the final You Laugh, You Lose reward, of which, Dellison, I can comfortably say that I had to make the entire You Laugh, You Lose myself because nobody submitted anything. Thanks, guys. I see I put in all the work. So, yeah. But we have a You Laugh, You Lose. Everybody was so hyped for today, and they didn't participate in any of the pre-game show. I see how it is, everybody. Thanks. All right, but yes, starting us off today, we have Genshin GeoGuessr. Following Genshin GeoGuessr, we're going to head into the lovely world of Genshin OST Guesser, which will not be the character and general OST Guesser that we are familiar with. This will be a playlist cultivated by some of YouTube's finest in the editing space for Genshin and Star Rail. Excuse me, the announcement did in fact say, I believe, let me check there, Blue Advent. For the You Laugh, You Lose challenge, please post your entries in the Noelle Main's Armored Goddess Gacha community channel and ping Blaze, whose UID is such. It is in the announcement, actually, Blue Advent. So, got him, I believe, as the kids say. But yes, we're going to go through each and every one of these. And yes, lending credence to the Genshin players can't read. Got it. All right, cool. But yes, we're going to go through the checklist, and yeah, at the very end, we're going to have a You Laugh, You Lose, which, considering I had to make it, I'm probably not going to laugh as much as the rest of you. But that being said, I did curate it to stuff that I think you guys might laugh at, so we've got that. Give it a couple more minutes here, and then we're going to go on in. I mean, the You Laugh, You Lose no matter what. The giveaways are set no matter what, so no matter how much I laugh or don't laugh. So, no worries, Dellison. Additionally, if for every 5 subscribers that we get on Twitch during today's stream, and this will be a repeatable thing, I will add an additional monthly, Welkin, etc. Obviously, these can be redeemed by whoever wants them for whatever game they want, so long as it's a monthly. That's worth the same as a Welkin. For every 5 subscribers that we get here on Twitch, I will add a monthly to the giveaway at the very end of the stream. How those monthlies are going to be given away is at the very end of said stream. I'm going to put everybody who's been participating actively in the events in a random wheel. And with that random wheel spin, that's going to take us to our winners. But yeah, if you happen to have Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime subs are free. And I greatly appreciate them because they help me give back to all of you. It's not like Red's paying me. I mean, no, just to be clear, I mean no ill offense towards Red. Just to be clear. Welcome back. But yeah, looks like we've got who we're going to get for now. Checking the channels just in case. We might get one more person. And then we'll go ahead and get started with Genshin GeoGuessr. Certainly, we ended off stream yesterday with this, and it was certainly interesting, to say the least. Team Pumpkin, despite pulling it out, did not have the best of luck with the spawn for this. And yeah, we've got our fourth. I think that's everybody that's going to be coming in right now. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started, I think, everybody. Hey, JCHO, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. We just want Genshin Impact. And yeah, let's go ahead and get things started. How's this is going to work? There is no teams here. It will simply be you guys and then me. And that's about it. That's all I can say. So let's get started. I thought it would be fun to just go for a little bit of collaboration instead of going, wow, you guys are so unlucky. You guys are just so unlucky. We've seen this before. Wow, guys, it's the desert. Whoa, JCHO, we're only like 11 minutes into the stream, technically. We're already talking about holes? Ay. This is a Fatui camp. You can also see a teleport waypoint right here. Also, I hate to tell you, but there's multiple holes in Sumeru's desert. This is not Skellies or Pumpkins. This is a big collaborative effort today, Blue Advent. There are no teams. Everybody gets to work together. When I pitched this to Red, I said instead of the festival part of the community festival, today is about the community part rather than the festival part. And so it will be everybody working together. So there you go. Hole on the left under the obelisk, under the Fatui base. Let's see here. Near the border. So you see near the border, just under the Natlan entrance. Hold on. Alright, so this is the Natlan entrance. So are you referring to this obelisk here? There's a Fatui camp here. Is it this one here? Okay, this hole. I'll go ahead and minimize the map so you guys can see. It looks to be right up on the hill beside it. So you're thinking like what, right here or so? Something like this? Is that what y'all are thinking? Keep in mind, I'll be going up against y'all today. So you will have, currently we have 5 people here who will be helping you. A bit toward the right. Okay. So like, what, here? I've seen some people say to pull it back, some people to get it a little closer. So I'm doing both and both. This is 100% the spot. A little bit to the right, a little bit more. Okay, right about here. Going right about here, JCHO. Is everybody comfortable with this as the location? Maybe a bit more north. Okay. So, right there. Is this what we're thinking? Tiny bit more north. Like past the camp? So, like, what, here? Are we thinking here, chat? Bit more south? Alright. Like right here? Since you're all on one team today, I'll make sure everybody looks like it. Below the camp. Oh, wait. Yeah, we're looking at south. Okay. So, below the camp. Are we going back to below the camp? Is that where we're going, chat? South from where your camp is. So, that would put us right about back here. So are we thinking like right here then? Or are we thinking closer to the original? Okay, we'll put it back to the original spot. That was where everybody was saying it was. So right about here is where we had it. Just double checking this is good with everybody because this will be your submission, and then I'm going to have to do the next one alone. I got to stay on par with you guys. Bit more south. Okay. Like so. No, that was north. Got it. So what? Like here? Any objections to the current spot? All right, JCHO says good. Doom says about there. That puts the majority in. Y'all's guess is, as expected, 2 meters away. Pretty much spot on. Good job. All right, so you guys have now put it where I have to get a perfect score on whatever this next one is without it moving. So let's see what I have here. Ooh. Okay. So this is definitely Liyue. Hmm. Why do I feel like I would have had a better time in the desert? Okay. Yeah, I do think this... do we think this is Minlin? I don't know if I think this is Minlin. I want to say that if I moved this, that there's a building up here, and there's usually like 2 Pyro Abyss Mages here that I remember from a commission a while, or not even a commission. I think there is a house. There's that one random hotel in the middle of Liyue. It's not this one. There's another one. I think if I went up here, there's a little house up here. There's like a hotel or something. We had one story quest there, and it's completely random otherwise. And otherwise, it's literally just a random building. Let's see here. I think you're definitely going to get me on this round. We do have... There is a road here, right? There is a pathway there. Beside that, a yellow tree, just some random... Yes, quite literally, Shinigami. The place I'm thinking of, there's literally a random place in Liyue that has a hotel. I'm just here for the fun of it. So if I'm not gonna go around super a ton, just nitpicking on location. If I could find the area I'm thinking of, that's great. If not, then I'll try to make an educated guess based on previous interaction. It's been forever since I've actually had to be here. I mean, y'all didn't get to rotate your pick, so I won't rotate mine unless you guys think that's fine. I would obviously offer you guys the same. Let's see here. Is that the hotel I'm thinking of, or is that the building where the kid lives that plays hide and seek? Hmm. Yeah, the elevation does feel off because this would be the mountains that, so it can't be here. Hmm. Saying Minland, like it's what middle area here, over by Julian Karst, I think is where Minland is, right? So that would be. It was chat against Blaze. That's welcome to help, Blaze. I figured I'd give you a little bit of a competition, so it's not just everybody gets the best thing. I think I'm going to be way far off. I don't know where that hotel is that I'm thinking of. This is ground level. I think. Uh, the only other place I think this could be is in. I don't even think it's. It's in the area of Minland, but it's the like right up here. I think where we have these winding canyons. But I think I'm going to stick with my original guess, even though I think it's probably wrong. I think this is the hotel that I'm thinking of. Like here? And then, no. Honestly, I have no idea. You're right, it is in Azuma. I don't know what I'm possibly thinking about, Polly. Yeah, I'm going to very much be in pain with myself for not remembering where this hotel is. But I think I'm going to go upward of here. This looks like this could have been where a chest was buried for. Because I remember there were a few chests buried under trees over here. I'm going to go. Walkway right there. It's a bit of a pincher. I'm going to go like right here. Make my guess. I don't think this is right. Okay, you know what? I don't feel too bad about that. Obviously, you guys did a lot better there than me, but I still got pretty close. I'm pretty happy with that. It was nowhere near the hotel that I was thinking of. That's not bad. I'll take that. I'll take that. All right, that's back to you guys. Wow, you guys get horrible luck on this, huh? It's your favorite place, everybody, the Sumeru Desert. But I mean, also, you've got a pretty good view here. I just find it funny that, like, your past three have been the Sumeru Desert. You're looking west. I'm just going to go ahead and get on the area of the mausoleum of King Deshret. You're on a higher elevation as well. Again, since it's not particularly competitive on my end, I will say for those who may be not able to see it, this is the front of the mausoleum of King Deshret. If that's helpful to y'all at all. Okay, we're thinking near Aru Village. So that's Aru Village. Very much could be. I'll expand the map and give you guys. I'll zoom in this general area. Oh yeah, the Weasel Commission. I do know which one you're talking about. Fortunately, I don't think the statues for that show up on the map. North of the big hole. Are you referring to this hole? Basically above the hole. Are we saying like what, here? Something like this? Okay, not there. One layer up. Okay. So what, here? Something like this? Somewhere there. Do you have a particular location you'd like to go? I mean, it could be here, wherever you want to go. Seems about right? Alright, do we have any objections to the current location? I'd say a bit more centered. Okay. Like center of here? So like what, here, give or take? Something like that? More right just a bit. Polly says too far, a bit lower maybe? Okay, we can go a little bit lower. What about there? North and to the right. Seems okay. Okay. Also, to clarify, Blue Advent, are you wanting north on the map, or are you wanting north as in north? Okay, put it right here just to be safe. Okay. Are we going with this, chat? Alright. Doomish says good. GCHO, Polly, alright. This is Matt. That is majority vote. I honestly don't remember there being a teleport waypoint here, but you guys seem pretty confident, so. 2 meters away, maximum points. It was, in fact, a bit top and to the right. So there you go. Another maximum score for you. Congrats. Alright, this next one is mine. Also, has anybody noticed we've only gotten Sumeru in, what, Natlan? Oh, come on now. Okay, so... Oh, there's a zoom feature. Good to know. Alright, is there any information I can actively gather from this? This is Sumeru. This is Sumeru. This is Chenyu Vale. I think that's the island... Oh, no, this is Chenyu Vale. This is regular Liyue. Because that is the island from the very beginning of the game. Alright, so it would be somewhere in the middle here. Because I think this is where the floating island is. And we are looking north, so it would be somewhere over here. Because you could see the islands, because these are probably these islands here. So immediately that puts me, we're at a slightly higher elevation, which immediately makes me think this is this, putting us somewhere around here. But that also feels a bit too close. So if we went backward a bit, what would that put us? Actually, this could be this. This might be this. And if that's the case, that would put us back, like right about, saying that's that. We're a bit, almost directly behind it. Let's see here. Yeah, you can't see there's an Aranara hut, like right, I think that's an Aranara hut. I can't really tell from this particular thing because the map is blocking it, but something around there. I don't want to go too far back, though, because I don't think this is part of it yet. What other information can we glean from here? I do think this... Yeah, I think it's definitely in this area right here. Because I think that's the set of islands that are right here. You've got the mountaintop right there, so that lines up with everything. This is that horrible area for gliding that everybody hated doing 100% exploration on. Let's see. I think this is this, so we need to be further back. I'm going to say we're almost directly behind it. So, like, I'm going to go... I don't know, like right... Do I think this is the Aranara hut here? You know what? Sure. I'm probably a bit of a ways off, but it's definitely like in this area right here. Okay. I'm getting about 20 meters away. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm keeping up with y'all for having way less people. I was on the wrong mountain, but I was pretty close. We take it. You know what? I'll take 20 meters away when it's, what are we, how many people par with y'all? All right. Taking it back to y'all for the final round of this particular one. Ooh. Oh, this might be a bit more difficult. Hey, you don't have to stand. That's good. There is actually a defining feature over here. I don't know what that is off the top of my head, but there is something there. Also, I'm more than happy to zoom in on this area if you guys think it would help. Oh, I'm covering it. Hold on. Let me move myself. Actually, you know what I can do? I can just do this. Yoink. There we go. I'll get rid of myself for a bit. There's a building of some sort over here, or some ruins. To the left. Y'all should be able to see, yeah. Do you guys want me to zoom in on that housing area? I don't know if it'd be helpful or not, but I can. Screams Dunyu Ruins. Near the big water pool. A little bit of a zoom in for you. If anything, that might be a pillar. If anything. There is a waterfall. There's also something up here. Zoom in a little bit. There's something up here. Doesn't look like a natural rock formation. Maybe it is, though. I can't tell. Also, I will say, I don't know if that's it, but Oh no. Do I have an idea where I think this might be? I'm not sure. That could be more ruins on the cliff. Also, to the person who said you were thinking JCHO, I could definitely I know where you're thinking about for the place in Mondstadt. Yeah, I was thinking about that originally as well, but I don't think the trees line up. Do we have any teapot enthusiasts in the chat? Because if anybody is a teapot enthusiast, they've whacked enough trees to probably know what these are. 50-50 between Dunyu Ruins and Lingyu Pass. Let me just head over to that area to give people an idea of where we're talking about here. That would be closer to Liyue Harbor. Thinking in this area right here, I believe, is where we're currently at. But this is Dunyu Ruins, and this is Lingju Pass. Yeah, Dunyu's this one right here. You are looking south, directly south, even. Y'all are doing much better at this than I would, because I do not know if I could have come up with anything here. That's Lingyu Pass. Dunyu is the one above. So we're saying we're in this area? Yeah, I put us right in the middle of the two. This is Dunyu and this is Lingju. Alright, we got some saying Lingju, some saying Dunyu. Sorry, thank you for the follow. Megami, thank you for the follow. Thinking near the mountain there's a waterfall. That could be a waterfall if you're talking about that. Alright, so currently Mavru is talking about this area right here for the waterfall. Yeah, you never know. Yeah, the one thing I'll say in Mavru is, and I think people are already bringing it up, so I'm fine to bring it up. You're looking south, which means you're looking map wise directly down. So I don't think you'd be able to see this waterfall from that direction. Because in order to be seeing that waterfall, you'd have to be somewhere here, but that doesn't match the perspective, I don't think. Uh, you're facing south, the waterfall is facing you, yes. and it's on the left side. I do find it kind of funny that this is of the three desert ones, this is the one that's giving y'all the most difficulty. The moment we get out of the desert, clearly Sumeru is your bread and butter, particularly the desert. I'm looking forward to. I'm going to rotate this once y'all have your pick, and I'm looking forward to rotating it, and it's like Liyue Harbor right next to us. JCHL, I counter that for the one yesterday you were looking at SAND. You've got two 5,000 to 5,000 points so far. Can we keep it at three 5,000 for 5,000 points? What if it was near the mountain near the harbor? There's waterfalls there. There are indeed waterfalls near the mountain there, but most of them are a little bit. There's no exposed waterfalls there. Oh, down. Yeah, there's some areas of exposed water here. I'll keep it again in this area. So we've got Dunyu, Lingju, and this new area that we're looking at. There's one a bit up. The mountain between Lingju and the harbor. So Lingju is bottom. Here's the harbor. So you're thinking what, here or here? Left, left, left. Uh, how far left are we wanting to go? Are we thinking like here? Are we thinking like here? It's like on that one elevated thing above the water. One elevated thing above the water. You think more right? More right would put us here? Or where are we thinking? The little bit of land that looks yellow. That thing. Uh, this right here, then? Because it has that hill blocking us. So you're thinking, like, what, here? Near the path. Little bit of land that looks yellow near the path. I mean, the closest yellow I can see near the path is, like, right here. Or, like, here, if you're wanting to be closer to the... Okay, this thingy right here. Zooming in on here. You think where it was before would be closer. So originally I was up here. So then you're thinking like right here with this mountain blocking your POV? I will say, if you guys are saying this is the path, then I think you'd probably be better off being down here. Because you're like a couple of steps away from the path if we're saying this is a path. Yeah, because it's blocking from right, not left. Uh, the yellowy part. I mean, there's a lot of areas here that are yellowy in this general area, so I'm not exactly sure where you're specifically looking at, Polly. Like opposite of the pin now. Whereas right now it blocked it too much. So like what here? Like here? Opposite side. Slightly northwest or northeast, remaining on this elevated piece of land. So like here? Give or take? Right about there, you think? Okay. Something like that. Alright, we need one more for perfect confirmation. Now, do we think that this is going to be close, or do we think that there is actually a... Okay, hold on. Might be closer to the mountain. Hold on, so I can get a little bit closer. So, like, what, here? Like here-ish area? Up here? Or we want to stay at the base of the mountain? Alright, we got the guess there. Sure, sure. Alright. Now, I'm gonna, just for the heck of it, with the votes locked in, I'm just gonna rotate this. Is there anything behind us? Oh! Well, that changes things, doesn't it? This is where Xingqiu's story quest little thing was. You're still 2 meters away. Hey, where's the house? Oh, so that entire housing area doesn't show up at all on the actual map. So it actually worked out better for you guys that you couldn't see that, because if you had been facing the other way, you probably would have been looking for a house on the map. So it actually worked out better that you saw the rock than you saw that area. Nice. Go over the game summary. Almost nearly perfect. You guys got it completely perfect. And you broke the top 1,500. Nearly broke the top 1,000. So very cool. All of them were quite close. Alright. And we had, I believe, one more round on the board for GeoGuessr. I do hope everybody's having fun. Let me double check the notice board before I confirm that. Achieve a perfect score in 2 rounds of GeoGuessr. On you guys did get your perfect score. So, let's see here. Okay, so this would be me starting this time since y'all just went. I got a pretty good idea already. It's going to be like right here. We've got Remuria over to the right. This is that island, I think. So you can see it's upward and to the left. We're right by a large cliff, but we're already on elevated terrain. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, you can see that small desert island. So, but it's also directly in front of us. Let me zoom the map out here just in case there's any defining information that I'm missing here. You've got, I mean, that's the port of entry for Fontaine, so that's right there. And it's not directly in front of us, so it's actually directly up and to the right. So it's like, I think like somewhere like, I don't think this is a path. Honestly, I'd guess like right around here? That would be my guess. Because you're up and to the left. You're still slightly right of... Oh, well. You're looking directly north. So, directly north... There's a slightly raised area here that could be this, putting you like right here. Hmm. Well, this one, it's mine, so again, if I don't get it perfect here, it's whatever. I think you're slightly further back. I don't know. Because that's definitely this island, I think. And you're almost directly on edge of it, but you're still far enough away that I don't think it's this. It could be this, but then I don't think this is a path. So I don't think that can be that. Alternatively, that's not a cave, so you don't have that. You'd have to have a rock face on this side, but you'd also still have to be high enough to see that island. Hmm. I think this is, again, unlike y'all who are trying to get a perfect score, I just need to be close enough and try to keep up with y'all. So I'm fine losing. I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna go with right here. I think I'm gonna be within like 20 meters, I think, one way or the other. Because I think if I look behind me, I'm gonna see this giant tree. And that's, okay, so I'm locking this in. I look right behind me. There's a bridge here. So that's, oh, this is a path. Ah, it just wears out right there. Dagnabbit. So yeah. I still think this is the path. So I think, yeah. So I said I'm up here. So we're like right down here instead. So yeah, I think I'm still within like 20 meters? 30 meters. Okay. Not bad. Still not bad. Pretty darn close. Greetings, Plus. Welcome. It's me versus the entirety of chat. So welcome. You can help chat. All right. Chat, your area. Oh, wow. Okay. You guys have got some real stuff going on here. We got some detail. I do not. I mean, I know where this is, but I don't know something about this elevation. This is a heck of an elevation, wherever this is. I've never seen this. This is the epitome of I can see my house from here. You are looking northeast. You're actually practically looking straight north almost. And you can see the port of. You can see the main entrance to Fontaine as well, so that should give you a general idea where you're at. Yeah, there's Old Varnara. Here, let me minimize this so you guys have a better view. Old Vanarana's right here. Also relevantly, you can see a Sumeru outpost tree, which can serve as a bit of a landmark. I mean, I don't know if this is helpful to y'all, but don't these usually show up on the map? Because that looks like a ruin guard, one of the big ruin guards down at the bottom here. So wouldn't that normally show up on the map? At least give you a bit of a close one? So you just have to look for one that's facing. This looks like it's facing towards you guys, looking down. So I don't think it can be this one. That one's facing the wrong way as well. So maybe this one doesn't? Oh, that thing moves. Okay. So the map is not going to be very helpful and reflective of that. Well, here's Old Vanarana. So here's that. And that's the big tree. Interesting. I have not done that quest, so. That is the Wall of Samiel. If you're saying it's the original area, then you're probably looking at being like right here, if I had to guess, because there's the two teeth jutting out area right here. Honestly, I think the hardest thing that is, yeah, that's the hardest thing that's going to happen is why are you so high up here? Because these geoguessr things are usually on solid ground. If you guys want, since this is high up, I can scroll to look down. I can rotate it to look directly beneath us to see if there's ground or if we're in the air. But I leave that up to y'all. Like, if I were making a guess here, I would probably say, like, here, maybe? That would be my guess. I mean, that's the highest elevation you're going to get in any normal area. I mean, you could also be getting trolled, and this is just the top of the mausoleum of the King Deshret, but I think you're too far back for that. So that's the highest point that realistically. That's factually incorrect, Shinigami. The Jade Chamber's right over here, as you can see. I mean, based off landmarks, you're slightly to the right of the main entrance of Fontaine. You're almost directly north. If you were like 30 meters to the left, you'd probably be able to go directly north from Remuria. But instead, you are slightly to the left of it, so that would even line up a little weird. Type 1 in the chat if you would like to look down, and I will scroll us down. Gotcha. Thanks, Plus. Thanks for sticking around and lurking. Also, could be helpful, but that's the academia, right? This tree right here. This in the sanctuary of Surastana. So you could try to just coordinate a V location between the sanctuary of Surastana and either the Remuria or the entrance to Fontaine, because this looks like it's practically a 90-degree angle. Yes, you are looking northeast. Keep in mind, sandstorm location. This is post clear map, I think. Don't know. You know what I can do? And I'll leave it up to you guys, chat. I can hide the screen for a second and look down normally, and then put it back to this angle, and then tell you guys if there's ground beneath your feet, if you want. So you could still. Hold on, everybody. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna look down. I'm gonna scroll back up. Okay, there is no ground beneath y'all's feet. I will tell you right now, this right here, this blue and white, is basically directly beneath y'all's feet. I will scroll it down and show y'all once you guys put a pick in. I will also say I did not see anything defining feature wise. You know what? Let me just show y'all. So this is what you're working with right now. This is directly beneath you. I have no idea how this person is up this far. I have no clue. I feel like somebody must have done a glitch to get up this far. Slightly north of the Weenut hole. The Weenut hole is somewhere around here, right? If I remember my Sumerian geography correctly. South. Okay. Actually, I could just look up the Weenut location and put myself in the area. This isn't mine, so. Where is the Seketh Weenut? The Weenut is over by the Eye of the Sands. So we're looking at. Is it right here? Nope, not that one. It's over by the Tanit camps. It's not further down, is it? No. Why am I missing this? Where is this? How am I complete? I have the map in front of me and I still can't find this place. Is it this? That doesn't look right. Yeah, the. Oh, wait, hold on. It's by the bottom edge of the maelstrom. No, this. So that's the pass. Okay, so yeah, this is the passage of ghouls. So the Weenut hole should be like right here, I think. I think this is the passage of ghouls. So that's right about here. Should be where the Weenet is. I do not, in fact, know if you could climb the Tower of Kajnasut. Yeah, you're not standing on anything. You're like 150 million feet in the air. I don't think there is a single point in Genshin that is this high up, short of like. Honestly, you look to be on par with, if not higher than, the Jade Chamber. So, short of like Dragon Spine and like one other mountain, I don't think that there's anything that high up. More to the north. Uh, like here? Are we thinking like right here, JC? Because that's technically higher. If I keep going straight, I'm not really going up. If anything, I will say, JCHO, because you're directly down and there's nothing beneath you, if anything, I'd say you're probably directly in the sands, and that's why. Well, this is the Weenet. Effectively, this right here is the Weenet hole, if you're going for the Weenet hole directly. I mean, I think you're going to be close regardless. So let's see, you follow the path out here, it branches down, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, that's this high up the sandstorm doesn't render. Which would explain why I've never seen this before. Are we going with this, chat? This is effectively where the Weenet hole is, where I've currently got it marked. If anything, I think it might be a little. No, I think it's right about here. Yeah, it's basically right where I've got it, because that's the hole. Hey, plus, this may be the most absurd Genshin Guesser spot you've ever seen, but this is quality entertainment. Quality entertainment. There are no codes for today. Instead of codes, we're giving out the monthlies. As I mentioned at the start of the stream, today's event was focused more on the community than the festival part of the community festival. Plus says go for it. Mavru says I can imagine being here. Do we have a popular vote to go for this? Plus says go for it. Everybody says sure. I'm just gonna scroll behind to see if there's. Yeah, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. I'm guessing that's the tower you guys were referring to. Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing behind us, nothing above us. I have no clue what's going on. That's because fog would render if you're this high up. You should not be this high up, but, people do it. Alright, let's see where you guys are. 18 meters away. You're on the other side of the road. Honestly, all things considered, considering you were 50 billion feet up in the air and you still got within 20 meters, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Okay, well, let's see if I have something that's a little easier. Uh, wow, we finally got Inazuma. Okay. Hey, Inazuma. That's Seirai, not Seirai. I forget which island that's technically called. It's the one with the nuclear meltdown. So that's that. Hmm. Da 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 da. We could also, I could probably be able to determine that. We've got a small island in the middle. Hmm. Small island in the middle. I don't think it's that one. That one's connecting to the land. I want to say right. We gotta. Okay, you got a stat. You got that right there. Something very foggy over there. I feel like I'm pretty close to. I think on this ridge line is the that one hidden domain. Um, I forget the name, but you could only go there once, and you got pretty much emerald rewards, and you had to shoot a cannon at it in order to do it. Whatever that was called. Could that be that? No, that could not be that. Shrine of the Depths. Yeah, something like that. I'm not sure. Um, that could be that. No, I don't think that looks small enough. I don't even think it would show up on the map. Okay, I'm just gonna base off the ridge line. I think this is the nuclear meltdown area. If I were to scroll slightly to the left, you got Seirai in the background. We're facing east. Um, immediately that makes me think of like this, and then you've got that could be that. No, because that looks like there's a domain there or something, so that doesn't work out. But I definitely think that's the nuclear meltdown area. All right. Let's see. So we're facing south. There's like a weird pathway here, not on a beach. We're side crossing a beach. That's connected to the mainland, so it's going out. Hmm. Facing east, going that way. The one thing that's confusing me is this has to be two connected islands, though. Which would then make me think here? But then again, that doesn't fit. Huh. Got a dip in the middle there, which makes me think of this area right here. But there's no island that really lines up with that. It's gonna go with, I don't know, like right. Am I thinking of the wrong island? I feel like this is that area where if you go right inside, like right here, this is the nuclear meltdown area, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be wrong. I don't think it's the Cujo encampment. The Cujo encampment is slightly more off. It's definitely not Kanakazuki, because you can't see that from there. Unless directly behind me is Kanakazuki. But no, because you can see another island here. Yeah, your map's at the nuclear site. I definitely think this is the nuclear site. Um, Again, I'm not too worried about getting it super close, so I'm just trying to see if I could find, like, if these are big enough that I could find these two little areas on this map. But I don't think they're big enough that they're going to register as independent entities. I feel like this would, but I don't. The only thing I can think of that being is like this, but I don't think it is. Because it's not close enough to any other body of land. Eh, heck with it. I'm going to go with, like, right here, I think. Right close enough to the body of the mouth. Facing that way. Yeah. I'm probably pretty far off. Wow. I was way off. I was on the wrong beach. Oof. Oh, there it is. Dagnabbit. Yeah, you're right, Delson. You're right. Ah, I didn't think you could. Oh no, you could be able to just see Sarai from there, huh? I was so focused on it being the area. Dagnabbit. All right. Well, this will be. You guys have two more rounds. I have one for this one. Okay, well, you've got a pretty decent landmark here in the fact that the Court of Fontaine is right there. The entrance. So that should tell you a decent idea of where you are. You're facing basically directly west. Yeah, this is almost definitely Chenyu. Because there's Remuria, or the island where Remuria is. You're almost directly facing Remuria. That should give you a hint in its own regard. Let me zoom the map in. Petrichor, thank you. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say you guys are thinking you're somewhere right here, just so I have a general area to start pinpointing areas down. The quest locked island? Well, you learn something new every day. I did not know there was a quest locked island. Unless you're calling Petrichor that. I do know what you're talking about, because I haven't been to this island yet. Because I haven't done the full Chenyu Vale exploration story. Any other guesses, chat, on a starting area? It's looking like you guys want to go here. I think this is more south than that island blue. Okay. Well, if we go too much further south, then we go into Sumeru, which this could be Sumeru. I'm just, you know, pointing out the options. You can also see the entirety of the edge of Sumeru here, directly behind Petrichor, so your line of sight is probably something like this, if I had to guess, which would line up like here, somewhere in this area. Uh, Shitagami, if it's the island that I think that they're referring to, you cannot get to it until you complete the quest. Otherwise, it's just a blue area on your map that you can't get to. What is that under the map? I don't see anything under the map. Oh, this is just an air. This is just an arrow that I can move the thing around with, if that's what you're talking about. That's been there the whole time. So Mavru's saying somewhere between here and here. So like in this area. I mean, you do have this right here, which could coincide with this island right here. Because actually it might be, because I think that's the big one, and then you've got the little one right next to it. So you might be like right here. Just slightly up. So you guys might be like right around here. I don't know. Because that would coincide with your line of sight being basically unobstructed. If anything, you might be slightly further down, and that's about it. You think it's the island like on here? Because I think those are right there, and you're not on those. You could be like right down here, maybe. What do y'all think, chat? This is your pick, not mine. I am simply providing necessary insights since I'm here for y'all's entertainment as much as y'all's are here for the rewards and such, and for your own forms of entertainment. So, all right, no worries. Uh, OSTs will be technically in two events. We're getting technically something related to OSTs for the next one, but that's more of a visual thing. What about the rest of you, chat? Where do you think we are? Or are we letting Mavru take this one by the reins? All right, you have a question. I have an answer. What is your question? Close enough, you think, Delson? Shinigami says it's cross knows it's cross beta harder. Checklist score is perfect score is 5K. Yeah, correct. Basically, Maru, as long as you guys got the 5K, which you've gotten every single time except for the 18-meter one, which I'm not going to count that against you because you were 500 feet in the air. Uh, yeah. So you guys have one more after this that you have to get the 5,000 points on. There, I think where you are, there's no way you don't get 5K points here. So technically, for this game, you would need 15,000 points from the three 5Ks that you guys have done. You already did it for the first round because you got perfect scores on each and every one of those. I mean, you could be like on this riverbank. That would get most of this island out of your way. It might be Sumeru already. The only thing that makes me wonder if it isn't Sumeru is the fact that you still have these orange trees here. I definitely think you're either on this riverbank or this riverbank because these are almost definitely those two islands. I mean, I agree with that. Do we want to go with the current area? Do you want to go back to the other riverbank? What do you want to go with? You guys are probably like right here, where Merv said is okay. Okay, this was where Merv had us originally. Is that what you want to go with, Merv? You could be on the slightly higher elevation. You could be up here because I do see a little bit of rock right here. Well, I did ask part of chat, and Shinigami said to ask you. And I don't know how many people we still have left because it's just been you and Shinigami for a while now. I think Delson popped in randomly at one point. But I think we lost Plus, and I haven't seen Blue Advent or JCHO in a while. Oh, Delson's stream crashed. Got it. Yeah, plus is driving. What do we think, chat? Are we going with this one? Are we going with where we are? All right. And do you want to go up or do you want to stay where you are, Mavru? I don't know if you think we're. I think this might be the riverbank, so you might be on a slightly higher elevation. Or you could stay where you are, whatever works. I'm trying to help y'all get your 5K points. Could be either or. All right, Delson's going with Mavru's decision. Are we staying here in Mavru? If I remember correct, the mountain is pretty high. Okay. So we're going to stay where we are then. All right. True, you can't see it on the map. All right. With that, we're going to put this in. And did we get a good score? I'll let you have that. I did think it was somewhere up on the mountain, but, I'm not going to penalize you guys for being 8 meters away. Hey, you're fine. You're fine. We're going to move on to the next thing at the end of this, most likely, anyway, unless you guys absolutely botch your last one. All right, this one is mine. Oh, this is round 5 of 5. Oh, you know what's funny? Should be the easiest one. Watch me somehow mess this up. I'm going to get y'all your last 5,000 points. This is in that one village that you start the Kitsune quest in. I just need to remember where that is. It is. Where is it? Where is it? It's in here. Nope. Move. Move. Okay, it's right outside. There's a little village. Where's that little village? Where's that? Stop that. No, I don't want to pin there. I just want to be able to move my cursor. It is right outside Naga. You can literally walk to it from Naganohara Fireworks. Yeah, Konda Village. Yeah, Konda Village. I just need to find where Konda Village is here. Is this Konda Village? Is this Konda Village? Is it just these 4 random huts that are showing up? I feel like I remember Konda Village being more detailed than that, but this does look about right. Because this would be the little lake that goes through Konda Village. Okay, really? They only give you like 4? Huh. You got a teleport waypoint right there. You have the island directly across. Let me double check the island. Yeah, there's the island. Wait. Hold up. That's the island. Okay. So island's directly across. It's one of these 4 houses. It's facing the waterbed, so it has to be. Let's see here. It's facing the waterbed. It's facing away from the island. Honestly, one of the reasons that I know this area so well is that A, Inazuma is my favorite area to explore, and B, the Kitsune quest that started 5 seconds from this area by walking is my favorite quest in all of Genshin, beating out some of the actual main storyline. I think it's not this one. That one's too far off, so it has to be one of these two. I think it has to be I don't think it's the bigger of the 2 houses. I think it's the smaller. I'm going to go with right here. I think that's right. Unless that's not Konda Village, but I'm pretty sure this is Konda Village. This has to be this probably is the closest I'm going to get. What? Was it Konda Village? North. So that ain't Northwest. That was still in Inazuma City. Jeez. So that's Naganohara Fireworks right there. Huh. Jeez, I was way off. I thought there were two kids playing inside of the field, the grape field that was right next to it in Conda Village. All right, well, it's going to come down to that, and I messed up on that one. Man, the funny thing, I say Inazuma is my favorite place, and I messed up worse than the first time on every Inazuma property. The worst you guys did was this one, and I'm not going to penalize you for somehow getting whatever that second one was. I do wish I'll go back in the I'll go back in the VOD at the end of the stream and send a picture in the chats of that ridiculous spot that you guys had for this one right here, because that was ridiculous. That was insane. All right, and I think we could consider the first thing checked off. Yeah, true. All right. So that moves us on to our next one, as we have completed the first check on our checklist. That also means I can reappear. Hi, everybody. It's been a while. I've been vocal for a while. All right, let me switch to the Be Right Back screen as I get rid of this one and move on to our next one. All right. I'm going to zoom in a bit here. All right, no worries. We're going to hit the ad. I'm going to make sure that this is working correctly. Zoom in a little bit more. And there we go. Okay, so what I have here is quote unquote zoomed in. I'm going to let everybody come back from the ad and then I'll explain. Everybody can let me know when you're back from the ad. Also, let me put that in the actual chat because people can't hear me when they're in the ad. We have one event before Seals, I think, if I remember my checklist correctly. Let me hold on. I think Seals was, what, third or fourth on the list? Unless I'm mistaken, which I very well could be. Nope. The next one was achieve a score of 25 on Genshin OST Guesser. That's been modified slightly. Basically, this one's just going to be more for the fun of it than anything. Once we get back from everybody being on ad, we'll head in. All right, Blue is back. Shinigami is back. Mavru is already here. Do we have? Is Dellison back? And is JCHO here? Calling in the last two. Dellison is here. Is JC still here? Yes. All right. So what this is, technically the checklist said get a score of 25. This is more just meant for y'all's entertainment. What I have here is a bunch of crafted by myself and another content creator who I'll link everything at the end. I don't want to give the content creator's name away right now because then you guys could just look it up. What we're going to do here is these are character trailers, but they are modified in terms of the music that is being used in the character trailer. The goal of these, the trailer is going to play, and while the trailer is playing, you need to tell me what character OST is actually playing instead of it's not the character that's actually shown. Do the rules make sense as I have put them into these words? As long as you get the majority of them, we'll move on from this and on to the next thing, which I believe is the Genshin OST guesser, followed by Seal Slammers. You have to guess. So I'm going to show a character trailer, but the music is of a different character. A character trailer will play, but the music is from a different character. You have to identify what the actual OST is, which is a bit of a prelude to the OST guesser that we're going to go into slightly afterward for the next round of games. There is Genshin and Star Rail OSTs here. Yes, correct. If it's Klee's trailer with Mualani's song, you need to guess Mualani. There are Genshin and Star Rail OSTs here. I will say some of them are gonna... The Star Rail ones you'll probably be able to get fairly easily. It's some of the more iconic ones. Yes, there is HSR here on both the video and audio parts. So, yeah. Does everybody understand the rules as they have been written before you? Or, spoken technically. Alright, I'm going to kick us off. You may be wondering why it's slightly zoomed in. It's to get rid of any watermarks, and also because at the top of every YouTube thing it says exactly what this stuff is. And a 3, and a 2, and a 1.
You're pretty well hidden. But I'm coming to find you!
This is not Lolly's theme. Do you know whose theme this is? JCHO does have it. This is March 7th's theme.
I take it you're looking for a fight? Lolly, it's Papa! Get him!
And we started out with a perfect start. Good job, JCHO, for getting that this was March 7th. Technically, the entire thing was edited because March 7th's trailer is actually not very long. But actually, see, Lolly's, I think, is not even as long as that. So, these have been edited to match the OST. A combination of edits done by me, and then also by another creator. I'm going to link the entire playlist at the end of the stream, and I'll give credit to the other creator at the very end, once we're done with this segment as well. Allison does indeed get it. This is, in fact, Ho-Ho's trailer with Hu Tao's theme. Yes, indeed. Wo Tao. I saw Wo-Ho's trailer on an ad. For me, it was always the Natasha thing. The guy Shinigami got it. This is indeed Argenti's trailer with Klee's theme. Gotta go for this one, a blooming splash of color. It's the plant. It does kind of fit him. Alright. Next up. It is not Yao Yao or Zhongli. It is not Lan Yan. It'll be kind of funny that. Hey, hold on, let me pag that. Let me allow that. Sorry, Advent. There you go. This one I'll be surprised if y'all get, because it would require a very intricate knowledge. It is not Xiangling, it is not Shenyun. JCHO, that is correct. This is the only character OST we have for Ningguang, which is from her character skin trailer. That is the only OST that Ningguang has, is from her skin trailer. Alright, next up.
The Iron Lion Team Arena Showdown, huh?
There's a ton of credit coupons up for grabs, but you'd have to beat the undefeated champion to get them.
Oh? I'll give it a shot then.
Alone?
has already gotten that this is indeed Varessa's OST. I don't even know before I made this stuff we got this compilation together, if I ever heard Varessa's OST. This one is not my original creation.
That's his grace for you. He single-handedly made it to the final bout.
Finally. Now let's see who it is.
Please put your hands together for our undefeated champion. The rules for this match, anything goes. Fighter, tempt your might. Fight!
Just as I suspected. Let's do some scrap disposal then.
I forgot Varessa had like a actual musical part. As confirmed already, that was indeed Risley's demo with Varessa's OST. Which puts us on to the next one. JCHO getting Sayu immediately. I was expecting this one to be slightly difficult. For this one, I think it's probably just because this does sound very, like... in a sense that you feel, you can hear like a lot of like beeping and stuff that associate maybe with video games. But yes, that is indeed who got the first one? JCHO, yeah. This is in fact Silver Wolf's demo with Sayu's theme. Which leads us into our next one.
Leaving the city? They say there's this group of guys now who always come out in the rain, since it drowns out the cries for help.
That all sounds perfect.
You sure have nerves of steel, ma'am.
Stop! Now hand over your goods!
Bandits! Help! Help!
I was again correct. This is Yelan with Aventurine's theme.
Well, the waiting game is over.
And Dellison got axe struck. Hold on. I'll pause this for the entertainment value until Dellison and Blue get back. I will hold this for everybody to get back to. Welcome back, Dellison. Blue Advent, are you back? We have paused it for you guys to get back from your ad breaks. Is that a yes? Blue Advent, are you back? Okay, blue is blue. Still 15 seconds. All right, no worries. Yeah, unfortunately, I have no real control over the ads themselves. I can trigger an ad, but I can't really stop an ad from where I'm at. All right, blue's back, and in that case, we'll finish this out.
Gotcha. Someone revealed my plans to you in advance, and you didn't think to run. What can I say? Much obliged.
Yeah, I can. Which I can actually control the delay.
Let's go and pay your friends a little visit.
Which I can actually control the delay at the stream delay. YouTube, I cannot. It's fixed. So that's why I actually started doing stuff on YouTube. But yes, that is correct. This was Yelan's demo with Adventurine's theme. Another correct answer for y'all. Also, yeah, the JCHO, this really did fit. That is indeed correct. This is indeed Cloran's demo with Kafka's theme. First place to say Kafka was Delison. Not that it particularly matters. I mean, I feel like this song is on a lot of HSR players' playlists. I guess my old YouTube outro. Love that. Alright. Next up. JCHO does in fact have it. This is Japard's team with Albedo's theme. When editing this one, there's so little of Japard's trailer, I literally had to pull in-game cutscenes, and that was still barely enough. I think Japard's trailer might make it a minute. Oh, hold on. There you go. There's the Klee thing at the end. Some of them are connected. They've been fairly loose, though. A lot of the ones that I edited, personally, I just picked ones that I thought sounded like they could go with it. And the other person, who's the one that's been doing the ones where there's actual voice lines in between, is... One of them is incredible. One of them in particular is incredibly impressive that is in this playlist, so... Alright, on to the next one.